Hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel Read with Bindu. Today I am going to do a book review of Convenience Store Women by Sayaka Murata, a Japanese author. Okay, let me tell you quickly about the plot of this book. We have our main character Kiko, a 36-year-old woman in Japan, in Tokyo. She is working in a convenience store full-time, or a general store. She has been working here since 18 years and nobody gets it. Everybody is like, why would anyone in their 30s work in a convenience store? That too full-time. Usually those kind of jobs are reserved for teenagers or people who are working part-time. So everybody asks her, why are you working here? Her friends, her family, her co-workers even. But she's like, I'm good at what I'm doing. She's socially awkward. She's like, she has set of definite rules in this convenience store, which she is good at following the rules. She's good at doing whatever she is doing here. So why wouldn't she do that? She loves her job. She's happy with her life. So why would anyone else care what she does? And you know what? To people, it's kind of like a failure. They keep on reminding her again and again, especially her sister. She keeps on asking her, why don't you have a partner? Why don't you have a boyfriend? When are you going to get married? You're too old, blah, blah, blah. The same old every single woman keeps on hearing, especially in Asian countries. And then one day she meets this character, Shiraha, who is also an employee. He's a teenager or is in his early 20s, I guess, in this convenience store. He is also a bitter, unemployed man who doesn't fit in just like her. He also expects so many things from the society which are not happening, unfortunately, for him. So he has this hatred towards the world, just everyone. So that's the plot summary, whatever is going on in the story. This is a short book but very thought-provoking book. Let's quickly talk about the characters. First up, we have a main character, Kiko, a 36-year-old woman. I think she could be on the spectrum. She could be autistic from whatever way she was behaving in the book. That's what I thought, because she wouldn't get certain social cues also. But I don't know. That's just my assumption. Please let me know in the comments below if you know someone who is autistic, or if you are someone who is autistic. What did you think of Kiko? Is she on the spectrum? Is she neurodivergent or maybe something? I don't know. That's what I thought like. The entire book is from her POV, and interesting to see her entire life through her own lens. How she has this entire routine from the moment she wakes up to till the time she goes to bed, and how she maintains this friendships or bonds with other people by just observing other people and just giving into the society. Like whatever it is expected from her by the society, that's how she's behaving, because she knows that's how people wants it to be. Sometimes she tries to be herself and people are like, oh, why are you so awkward? Why are you behaving this way? And she again gets back to the routine. Let me behave how people want me to behave. Let's talk about our other main character, Shiraha, who is kind of staying with her at this stage. He is so full of himself. I just hate him. I'm sorry. He is kind of like a member of the incel group who are involuntary celibates who just hate women because they are not getting any women in their life to be intimate with. He kind of gives those vibes. He just expects so many things from the society. For the first time when I read the book, I was thinking of Kiko as the character. I was entirely concentrating on her. But the more and more I thought about the book, I was thinking of Shiraha as well. Because he is a literal embodiment of patriarchy and gender norms and the gender roles and the societal expectations. Because him being a man, he just expects from the society that he should get a job, he should get a partner or a girlfriend, or he should get so and so money, he should be settled. He naturally expects all of these things from the society, because that's how deep down all these patriarchal misogynist roles are in our minds and engraved into our brains. So whenever some girl is rejecting him or something, he's just angry at the girl and at the society in general, because he is a man in his prime. He definitely should get the girl, right? Why wouldn't he? See, that's what I'm talking about. He never self-reflects about what's wrong with him or what he needs to improve, or he just wants to rely on someone, get on keeping easy money and just want a partner who he just wants to enjoy with and just spend his life that way. Okay, let's talk about the themes in this book. I think the entire convenience store is a metaphor for our society, where, let's say in this convenience store, there are this set of rules. So employees are there. Everyone has this specific designated roles, what they have to do, what they should not do, where to put what and what not. So Kiko, our character, she thrives in such an environment where there are rules. But outside it, she just falls apart because she doesn't know what to do. She doesn't know what to say. Because people already have this pre-existing notions or societal expectations. I think the novel explores the role of social pressure, gender roles, and also the rigid idea of success that we have in a society. Why, what if she's enjoying her job at a convenience store as a 36-year-old? Why shouldn't she do it? Why is it a failure? Why is she expected to do something else? She is happy with her life. Why do we have this rigid set of roles where, like, this is what success is, this is what failure is? Also, we link everything to money. If so and so person is earning so much money, it's success or not failure. Why? She's just happy and content with her life. Isn't that what the ultimate goal of everyone should be? It's just food for your brain. Okay, let me know in the comments below if you have liked this book, if you have read this book, whether did you relate to Kiko. I think I did relate to Kiko at multiple instances. The book, entire book, just, I think the first time I read it, I was like, it is a 4-star read for me. I really enjoyed it, but it did not stand out for me anything. But later, I kept on thinking about the book. I could not stop about it. I was thinking about both the characters involved, not just our main character. And then that's when I was like, no, it is a 5-star read, easily. If you haven't read it, please give it a try. Do not forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next one. Bye-bye. So everybody keeps on, it's like she has definite set of, I think the novel explores the role of social pressure. I think the novel explores the role of social pleasure. It's interesting to see the entire book is for, because people have this already pre-existing from whatever way she was behaving in the book. That's what I got, because that's how deep